Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 16th edition of the Bus Drivers Are Out podcast with your host, me, Brian Cohen. So Rivals 2 is starting to wind down, which is a few more episodes left before the big finale. To help me break down everything that happened from this past episode, I had a chance to speak to the man who not only did his first elimination, but won his first elimination in a very impressive way, Marlon. We were able to break down, obviously, the big jungle win over Leroy and Ty. If he regrets any of the deliberation decisions to send Theresa and Jasmine in last week, as opposed to Diem and Aneesa. Plus, we went back and discussed a little bit his arguments with CT and Knight from earlier on in the season. So before we get to all of that, let me just remind you to follow me on Twitter, @BusDriversAreOut. Go to BusDriversAreOut.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, that's enough out of me. Let me get to the man you actually want to hear from, and that is Marlon. So, how you doing after last night? Feeling pretty good?
Yeah, bro, feeling real good, man. I think everybody's starting to show us a little more respect and getting a lot of love from the fans, so can't beat it.
Absolutely. So, going into the season as a rookie team, what was kind of like your main strategy to attack this?
I mean, the big thing was just to kind of go under the radar, like keep your head low and hopefully, out of sight, out of mind, and we'll last, as long as possible.
Right. This is in some of the early challenges. I know you obviously you try to win, but did you try not to do like too well to try to avoid getting a target put on your back?
Basically it was like, we wanted to establish that we were good, but we didn't want it to be necessarily like we were the best team there, because then that puts the target on your back, especially as a rookie. So, we definitely went in there with the mindset of win it if we can, but if not, then we need to be in at least top 3 every time.
Right, and then just make sure you don't lose, because that's
Yep.
going in. Exactly. So, obviously you and Jordan figured you would do pretty well this season, but was there a moment where you actually thought to yourselves, you know what, we actually might have a chance to win this thing?
Once we figured out that we were partners, we kind of figured we had a chance to win at that point. At that point we were like, yo, if we perform and if we bring our A game and just play our cards right, we could win.
Mm-hmm. So there was never a doubt you thought, all right, no matter how many veterans are in this, we can take this?
Oh, yeah. Me and Jordan come from athletic backgrounds, so we were just like, dude, we've taken on guys bigger than this. We've taken on guys just as athletic or more athletic, so us holding our own should be no problem.
Mm-hmm. So before getting into last night, or 2 nights ago, I should say, I just have kind of a random question, but it seems like every episode, it seems like we see people running around on, like, the deck area. Was there really no place for you guys to train or run? Because that seems like a pretty dangerous place to run, like a slippery deck.
Yeah, no, that was it. Like, that's all we had. We had this one little gym in the corner that had, like, one bench press and a treadmill that didn't even work. So it was just like, if you're going to work out, you just got to run up and down this deck or run across the big main hallway. And that's all you had. Wow.
I'm not exactly doling out the big budget dollars for you guys, I guess, this year.
No.
So in this challenge, we actually found something that you and Jordan aren't too good at, and that's trying to navigate a maze while getting shocked. So what made you guys struggle in this one?
I think it's just like it's the first time, like, for I think either of us have to do something blindfolded. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you can't see. And so much of the stuff that we've done up until that point, you could see what you were doing. So I think that, like, the big thing there was just like we couldn't see. So, like, you don't know where you're going, and then you're having to rely on your partner to keep direction just as much as you are. So, like, just that miscommunication right there is probably what made that so hard for us.
Right. I know people were talking during the episode about trying to hear, like, either people's voices at the finish line or in the beginning to kind of get your bearings. Did that help you guys, or a little bit at least?
Yeah, because like if you got too close to the beginning, you could hear, all the people that haven't gone. So okay, we're going the wrong way. And but at one point we were just like, everybody be quiet, and then we kind of like Cook said, we listened to our surroundings and we figured out, okay, the ocean's here. So that means that we need to make this turn or whatnot, and then that helped us, get back on track.
What was the pain like when you threw the shocks? What would you kind of describe it as?
I mean, it wasn't really like painful. It just like startles you because you go from not getting shot, not getting shot, not getting shot, and then it just hits you all at once. So it wasn't really painful. It was just like it just surprises you. You flinch or you jump. You know what I mean? So that's really what it was.
So then why did Nani and Janae act like they were being stabbed with a knife anytime they would make a move toward the base?
I don't know. Maybe their pain tolerance is low. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, it didn't hurt. Like, it was just more of an annoying feeling than anything. So maybe they just have a low pain tolerance.
Was there like certain checkpoints along the maze that it would always go off, or was it? Did you notice it was random for every team where it went off during the maze?
No. I mean, it was pretty consistent. It was just one of those things that, like, if you were getting shot, then you were getting closer to where you were supposed to be. But see, some people didn't understand that. Some people thought the shots were just there just to shock them, or you were going the wrong way. But it was actually, you go towards the shock. You want to get shot. And I think some people got that mixed up.
And I mean, TJ laid that out pretty clearly, right? Like, that shouldn't have been something that was debated or anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was the rules and how to navigate was told to us, but everybody doesn't always get it. And then if you want to be a winning team, you don't give your strategy out to everybody else. You let everybody else fend for themselves.
Right. True. Okay. So before we get to Liberation, I know during the episode you and Leroy had some type of wrestling match before the jungle. I was curious how that kind of just formed.
Oh, we were just all BSing. We were just all, kicking it. It was just like, hey, we're getting ready to go into the challenge. We're going elimination round. We might as well just have fun tonight, party it up, and then whatever happens tomorrow happens. But, us both being competitors and us never ever actually competing, face to face, it was just kind of like let's see where each other stand type of deal. And it was just one of those things where it's like I just was like, hey, I'm the rookie, you're the vet. Let me see if I can take you. And that's all it was. It was just, good fun.
Did Leroy do you think Leroy got a little overconfident the way he kind of beat you up a little bit in the wrestling match going into that jungle?
Oh, yeah, he got overconfident. I mean, I think he thought that I was taking it serious when I was just joking around. And I think that's what he thought was my, I guess, full potential. But he didn't realize, no, this is just wrestling. Like, I don't wrestle. Like, this is just for fun.
Was it just you two doing this, or were there other people also?
I think a couple other people wrestled. I think, man, I don't even remember. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one that wrestled.
Okay.
I can't remember, bro.
Yeah. So you guys got thrown into the jungle this week, and kind of afterwards, Jordan attacked Frank because Frank was kind of campaigning for you guys to get voted in. But we really didn't get to see much of your reaction to all that. So did you feel as burned as Jordan did?
I mean, I didn't feel as burned as he did, but I mean, I did feel like, why are we gonna be in alliance with you, and then you're gonna go around putting our name out there to people? Like, that's stupid.
Right.
So yeah, I was pissed because it's like we're fighting for money, and we've been sitting here trying to have y'all's back and trying to be, do things in a way that doesn't negatively affect y'all, but then you turn around and you put our name in the fire. Like, that's not cool. Like, that just shows how two-faced he is.
Mm. So do you regret now, kind of looking back on it, sending in Theresa over Diem the week before, knowing that Diem now voted for you this week to go in?
Yeah, I mean, that's BS, yo. Like, you're supposed to be our main alliance female team, and you throw our name out there. Like, it doesn't matter if everybody else voted for us. It doesn't matter. You're supposed to be on our side, so you don't vote for us.
Right.
And honestly, they took the cop out. You know what I mean? They felt like, I felt like they thought in their mind, okay, we will have more power if we don't upset the vet and we vote the rookies in and they go home versus not voting a vet team in and then they, come back on us, which either way it was a lose-lose for them because we got sent in and we came back.
Yeah. So without Frank and Bananas kind of persuading the girls who they have wrapped around their fingers, do you think Knight and Preston would have gone into this jungle?
No, because the vets don't like to compete. You know what I mean? The vets want the easy road. The vets want to just take the layup. So, like, they're going to try to keep Preston and Knight around as long as they can to make it as easy on them as possible. So I still don't think they would have voted them in. It would have been somebody, I don't know who, but I don't know.
Okay.
I think they would have tried to keep them there.
So now is your only real allegiance to Johnny and Nani? Seems like that's the only team you're probably aligned to now, right?
I don't know. You have to keep watching, bro. But hey, Johnny and Nani are definitely the ones that are holding us down the most. They're the one team that we know has our back.
Okay. So strolling into the jungle, when you see the little setup they have going, knowing that this is going to be the jungle, was this the one you and Jordan were talking about on the bus over, hoping it would be this one?
We didn't know, but once we saw it, we were like, dude, it's game over. It's as soon as we saw what it was, we knew that the entire elimination was in our hand. It was based on how well we performed. And for us, it was a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, we don't even have to stress about this no more. We grew up. We're from the South. We're from Texas, from Oklahoma. We grew up doing this. So for us, it was just like, yo, this is us. Let's just go out and perform and make it happen.
Yeah, that definitely had to add a nice little comfort level to your first ever elimination, doing something that you've probably done dozens, hundreds of times as a kid growing up, knowing, all right, I know how to do this. Let me just perform at my best, and I'll do fine.
Exactly. I mean, it was just like, let's go back to Pee Wee football.
Yeah. So what are the actual rules to this jungle once you guys start going battle? Is there anything you're not allowed to do to each other?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, I think the only really rule was the our offensive player couldn't stop the other offensive player. You know what I mean? Like an offensive player couldn't grab another offensive player. That was pretty much the only rule. So like Ty and Jordan couldn't go up against each other. Only you and Leroy. Yeah, like me, like I could go after the other offense. The defensive players could go after the other offensive players, but like Jordan couldn't go up to Ty and try to hold Ty down so he couldn't get get to the other side. He just had to keep trying to move to get to the bell.
Okay, gotcha. So when now watching it probably for the first time since it happened, did you realize how close Ty was to hitting the bell before Jordan was able to break free and go?
Oh no, dude! Like seriously, my heart stopped. It was like that, like in the movies when it starts going into slow motion, like right before, it's about to be over. That's exactly how it felt, because I was just like, he's about to ring the bell, and Jordan's nowhere near the other one, and it was just like natural instinct. I just grabbed him, and I was just like, no, and I pulled him back, and it was just like in slow motion, like, oh my God, he didn't hit the bell. We're still in it. I just got to hold him down, and we'll get this. And, we got the win.
Watching it, you're probably like, wait, we did win this one, right?
No, exactly, right? Like, I'm looking at it like, we won, yes.
Wow. So how long did that round take? It seemed like the first two were pretty quick with Jordan kind of getting through early and Ty breaking through the second one. So how long did that third round kind of take?
Dude, I think that third round was probably a good 8 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because, like, the way they had it, like when we were in the middle for probably, like, 2 to 3 minutes. Just, like, stalemated in the middle. And then that was, like 2 to 3 minutes. And then, like, we started getting pushed back. And then, like, we stalemated right there because we all kind of fell on the ground. And then that's when Ty kind of, like, got up and got through. And then that's when I grabbed him. So, I mean, that one round was probably a good 10 minutes.
And the first two were what, just like a few minutes long each?
Oh, yeah, the first two were the first one was quick. The first one, I bodied Leroy, and Jordan shot through, and that was like probably a minute.
Okay. How much time did you have to decompress or regroup in between?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Oh, wow, so it was just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, it was just like you go, you come back up, they reset everything, go again. Come back, reset, go again.
Okay, so kind of going back into the house now, who would be your number one girl target? Would it be Diem for kind of going back and voting for you guys? Was she the number one on your hit list going into next week?
I mean, we didn't really have a hit list because at that point we had to be extra political with who we picked. You know what I mean? Because now we're on a chopping block, and it's easier for everybody to vote for us. So we didn't want to jump the gun and make a hit list and make it easy for people to vote on us again. but it was going to be us just watching, like, who was going to start switching their alliances and then go from there.
Okay. All right, so kind of just switching gears, going all the way back now to the first episode. I'm just kind of curious how kind of developed that I think it was your first night when you went after the monster of CT. Was that planned that you wanted to be like, all right, I'm a rookie, but you know what, I'm going to take on CT right here, right now, or that just kind of just naturally developed?
No, I mean, it just naturally developed. It was just like one of those deals where, CT thought that I had did something that I didn't do, and he came at me, and it was just like, yo, like, I'm not going to just let you think because I'm a rookie that I'm going to back down to you. Like, all these other dudes may be scared of you from all these past seasons, but I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I can hold my own. So there was just one of those deals where it's just like, look, I'm not no chump, I'm not no pushover, and if I have something to say, I'm going to say it, whether you like it or not.
I don't know if you would even remember, but do you know who pushed you into the pool that night?
No.
Okay, yeah, because if they didn't show on the camera, it's been bugging me this whole time.
It's been too, dude. Like, I don't remember who pushed me in the pool, and, like, nobody is, like, owned up to it. So, like, I don't know who it was.
Wow, okay. So then a few weeks ago, you had one of the biggest fights of the year with Knight. And now we haven't seen much of interaction between you two since. So I was curious what the dynamic was like between you two since that whole thing happened.
It was cordial.
Yeah, just like hi, whatever. No real talks or anything like that.
No, I mean, it's like you do your thing, I do mine. Stay out of my way, I stay out of yours.
All right, fair enough. So if you can kind of redraft this season and not picking Jordan, who would be your ideal partner from this group of cast?
I mean, if I wanted to go with somebody that's just a physical freak, obviously CT. If I wanted to go with somebody for politics, then I would probably go with Johnny.
Okay. Even though, I mean, I just think everyone always says, CT for physical, but he's never won, which is kind of interesting. So I'm curious that a lot of people always tend to go the CT route. Kind of interesting tonight a little bit.
Well, CT's been doing this for so long, and so many of those old heads and so many of those people that have been on challenges with him are so scared to vote him in that he's one of those guys that it's just like he's the he's the big bear nobody wants to go against. So if he's on your team, then you don't really have to win. You just don't have to come in last.
Mm-hmm. How much of the history of the challengers did you know going into the season when you saw CT, Bananas, Paul? Like, did you know all these people going in?
Nah, I mean, I know of them. I don't know all of their stories, like, completely, but, I mean, I can kind of tell, like, I mean, I knew the CT Diem relationship. I knew the Leroy, Nani, and all them were on the same cast. Like, I knew the kind of basic backgrounds, but nothing, like, in-depth.
Mm-hmm. So when you were originally cast for Real World as D1 football star, you had to know, like, the challenge is probably going to be in your future. Did you foresee doing a challenge once you got casted for Real World?
Honestly, not really. Like, I didn't really know. You know what I mean? I knew it was a possibility with my background, but I knew that it's still a toss-up, There's no guarantee that they give you the call.
Yeah, that's true. So are we going to see you again, or are you going to be one and done?
Dude, nah, I don't know, man. I might. But probably, like, right now, I think no. I think I'm going to chill.
I think you say that now. I think when you get a call from MTV, I don't know. I mean, I never got the call, so I wouldn't be able to judge, but I think it's going to be tough to say now. I think you can be great at these for many years. Well, I hope you keep coming back.
Hey, man, that's up to MTV, man. That's not really on me.
Yeah. So I know you dropped your album a few weeks ago. What else you got going on right now?
Right now, I'm actually flying to Orlando on Sunday to do some filming with another show that wants to, have me come on there and talk about my music and different things like that. So, I'll probably be on TV for the music here soon. I'm doing my clothing line. I just released like a little fall line of some shirts and crew necks. I'm actually working on my next project with the music called Black Gatsby. It's going to be some different. It's going to be some different type of stuff. And then really that's about it, bro. Getting into a little bit of modeling. It's kind of going a little slow just because I kind of want to go a certain route, but you know, plate is getting full.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I've heard some of your stuff. I think you're great. I think you definitely got to keep pursuing it. And definitely, I mean, obviously the real world and stuff has opened a lot of doors for you to pursue this. So good to see you taking advantage and not just sitting on it. So good for you.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So
appreciate it.
where can people find you on Twitter, and go ahead and plug your album also if you want.
I mean, the Twitter, man, hit me on JDZMTV, JDEEZYMTV. And then for all my music and the clothing line and all that, just hit up WavySquad.com. It's got all my music links, all my YouTube links, all my clothing line links, all that's right there for you in one spot.
All right, fantastic. All right, I'm glad I got to talk to you. I didn't get a chance to talk to you in Portland, so I'm glad I got to talk to you here.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. Anytime. Just let me know.
Absolutely, man. Go Rookies, right?
All right, Team Rookies, man.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Later.
Bye. There it is. The 16th edition of the Bus Drivers Are Out podcast is in the books. Hope you all enjoyed my chat with Marlon to get you a little more of the exclusive of what happened this past episode of Rivals 2. So before I wrap things up for today, let me once again remind you to follow me on Twitter at Bus Drivers Are Out. Go to busdriversareout.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, that will do it for me. Until next time, have a good one.